This is where it starts getting hard finding a place to camp. Not a whole lot to choose from. I got excited, saw this little overpass, thought I could camp in a tunnel, and it is stock full of tumbleweed. I had a hell of a time finding a site to camp, and I'm not even sure if this is gonna work, but I mean, as you can see from the previous clip, there's not much in terms of spots to camp out here. It's this foot-high tall sticky grass, or it's got a bunch of stickers on it that itch like crazy, apparently. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's another one of those ditches or underpasses for water flow that's full of tumbleweed, and most people driving by can see me, but I'm done, and we'll just see what happens. I doubt anyone out here will care if they see me and a bicycle on the side of the road for a night. I'm usually very paranoid about being stealthy and not being able to be seen by anybody, but it's not always an option, and so in those cases, I'd most always wait until dark, and once it's dark out, set an alarm, be gone by morning. I'm just not feeling it today, and seeing as there's a town in the middle of nowhere called Stanley, and I'm past that, and I just can't imagine anyone would really give a shit. I'm grumpy. Very grumpy right now. I had imagined myself yesterday. I imagined today is getting into Moriarty, getting a night at that RV park where I saw some cyclists that stayed before years ago on Google reviews, but get a spot for 20 bucks a night maybe, or 25, which I almost never do, but I figured screw it. My plan and my backup plan didn't work, and it happens sometimes, and then you just gotta roll with it. But I'm not a Zen master or anything. I try to roll with the punches, but I still get grumpy. So I'm grumpy. No one cared that I was here, if anyone saw me. And last night was the coldest night I've had so far this year. It's well below freezing. My tent's covered in frost. My toes are numb. Luckily, I had the bivy sack, so I threw that on in the middle of the night to get a little bit warmer, and I had to take my puffy coat and stick my feet into the sleeves of it to try and get my feet a little bit warmer. Here's my bike. Frost all over it. My water bottle has a, ooh, that's thick. Big old ice cube. This one, maybe I can drink out of in a little bit. The top is frozen. It's cold. Very cold. Still rocking the Crocs. I got wool socks on with my waterproof socks over top of it, those new extra large waterproof socks. But man, this is a schmog just wrapped around like a scarf. Yeah, it's really pretty. That was all red and orange earlier. My phone was getting low on battery. I didn't want to dig it out of my inner shirt pocket to try and film, and I can't feel my fingers. So it's a nice little wake-up call there. I'm gonna make some hot coffee and oatmeal, and I just remembered that I forgot to buy fuel. I think I have enough fuel to cook my 3 dinners, but not enough to do hot breakfasts. So ice cold coffee and ice cold oatmeal it is. Well, it took me a minute. My iced coffee and iced oatmeal was not my preferred breakfast for an icy morning, but I think those are more summer breakfasts. That's a lesson to make sure I have fuel. Yeah, kind of slow getting going, waiting for the sun to come up and such. And hopefully I'll be able to make it about 30 miles today, 30, 40, without any major knee issues, and then, you know, get to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and get to that friggin' hot springs. Yeah. This is my first time to see. This is super cool. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. It's all tethered down on the sides. Very, very neat. And they're all on the other side too. Look at that. Pretty cool. Starting to warm up. I'm seeing little bitty bushes and trees. That's nice. It'll make for easier camping if it continues. The sky is gorgeous today too. Oh man. Well, there's definitely trees up here. This is 7 miles, 6.5, 7 miles from where I camped. But I could have pushed to it, but it wasn't worth the risk. And I guess one tip for cycle touring, or I guess backpacking or any of that, is if you need to go and you see a spot where you can comfortably go, take a dump. Don't wait and try and get in a few more miles or a few more steps or whatever it is you're doing. And this thing here, this is the Vargo titanium trowel. I love this thing. I've been using this for the entire trip. I've dug through all kinds of ground with it. Still just fine on the edge. I found this Harley Davidson sunglasses case on the side of the road. I stuff it full of McDonald's napkins usually, or, napkins of some kind. Slide this in there, fits perfect. And I also have this, where is it? So I got this little thing here, and this is just one of those little juice bottles for kids. It's 6 ounces, I think. So holds enough water, and the bottle lasts for a while before it starts breaking. And this little doodad is the, how do you pronounce it? Kulu? Will it focus? Kulu Clean. It's a little bidet that you pop into. It'll fit into most water bottles. It's got the smaller and then larger. So, yeah. I know in America bidets aren't that common, but after living in Vietnam for a while, I got used to bidets, and I'll never go back to just using dry scratchy paper to wipe crap off of my butt. It doesn't make sense. So bidet all the way. After passing through Albuquerque, this is nice. It turned to gravel about a mile back maybe, and one car's passed. Really, really peaceful. And I hooked up my solar panel. Hopefully it's visible. I have the Big Blue 28-watt solar panel, and I haven't hooked it up while riding since I got it, just because the last one I broke from putting too much flex in it, and it broke a connection between the panels that I couldn't figure out how to fix. So I've been very hesitant to try and connect this one up and potentially put a little too much flex on it again and cause an issue. So I'm just being very gentle with it, but so far it's working, and there's nowhere to stop and charge up out here. So after some fun downhill, things changed quite a bit. This is something. Stopped for a lunch break, and I was gonna try and make it to this church over here, but I thought it was more of a designated road, but I can see the church. It's a pretty little, it's like out of a movie. Yeah, these kind of views you don't get unless you're doing gravel roads, I feel like. And I've only seen one car today, just one. I mean, on the gravel. That's been phenomenal after going through, riding along the interstate and popular, you know, on 66, and then yeah, this is pretty amazing. I love this stuff. There's this cool sign, and there's the church I was talking about right there. Very cool. And just look at that view. Man, this is amazing. I love this. And for lunch is going to be some, I have half of this left. I brought 3 days worth of food. Probably won't need the 3, just 2. I got these flour tortillas I've been carrying since, like, I don't know, I think near Sholo, Arizona. So yeah, and I have a actual, this is a heavy duty plastic knife made by, I think, GSI. Yeah. And then enjoy the view. So past Gonzales Ranch, New Mexico. I'm at about 36 miles for the day so far. Saw a few more cars. It got a little more populated up this way, but just a little. And there's barbed wire on each side of the road, but a lot of trees. This relaxes me a lot. I could go behind any of these trees, between the tree and the barbed wire, and camp out and be pretty much invisible, which is nice. A nice feeling to have, knowing you don't have to hunt and hunt and hunt to hopefully find an okay spot. There's just okay spots everywhere. Just came around the bend, and there's this. Magnificent. Holy cow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. Would love to camp out over there. I was scouting around. There's not much in terms of level ground, and the wind is all coming towards me, which would make for a rough time in the tent, especially if it is going to drop down below freezing tonight. So I'm going to choose safe and sheltered over nice view and exposed, which means I'm going to be backtracking a little bit and tucking in next to the road somewhere. This was just up the road a little bit. Here's a barbed wire fence. Here's this little cubby here, and the road's right there, but when I duck back in here, if I'm in my tent, I'll be fine. Oh man. Knees feel better than the day before and the day before that, so that's good. But still around 30. It seems to be. In the morning it's hard to get going, and then once I get warmed up, they feel better, and then seems around 25 to 35 I start feeling it in my right one. So yeah, just little by little, and I'll get there. Before I forget, because there's a lot of pines and such here, the ground's blanketed in pine needles in places, and this is really good, especially when it's cold. It'll insulate you from the ground a little bit extra, give you some cushion. And speaking of paying attention to the ground stuff, I totally miss these. And then there's one right by my bike, And there's one, I did not see these when I pulled my bike in. There's one right there. Jeez Louise.